Hi guys. I just wanted to do a quick video talking about a disorder called depersonalization. Now, the symptoms that I've been feeling for a long time, I'd say probably about 6 months, maybe a little longer, um, based off of the symptoms I feel and I guess just the results of whatever. If I look it up online, yeah, it says that I have depersonalization, but I almost feel like, the world is going to try to, explain to you and, basically make an explanation for anything that's going on. You start having panic attacks. Okay, you have anxiety disorder. Whatever. But everything, comes from a root cause. And for me, my depersonalization, I've felt slight moments in my life where the symptoms would kind of come on me, where suddenly I would feel like I was outside of myself, watching myself live, or things that are so normal to you, all of a sudden you're thinking too deeply about, oh my gosh, I'm talking, oh my gosh, I'm breathing. It's kind of like things all of a sudden are so big. Things that were subconscious become conscious. And so basically what really made it stick, I guess, for me was I was living with a friend, and she went through a really crazy hard breakup. And I think for most of my life I've had a hard time really processing high level emotions. If someone dies, it's I don't know how to deal with it. If something really bad happens, I don't know, how to deal with that high level of emotion. So she went through this hard breakup, and it was every day, all day, she was crying or, just upset, and it was I want to be there for her, but I didn't know how to deal with it. And so I think, and at the time I was dealing with anxiety too, and that was all new to me. I was having panic attacks. I had to, I was having a hard time sleeping, so it was just so much happening at once. And I think the toughest thing was for me trying to deal with, her emotions as well as my own. And I can remember standing in the kitchen one night. She was sitting on the couch, upset, and I asked her, I said, have you ever had moments where all of a sudden you feel like you're outside of your body and you're watching yourself live, and all of a sudden you just feel apart from yourself? And she was like, yeah, I've felt that before, because my roommate had some anxiety too. And it was in that moment, all of a sudden, it was I stayed in that state of mind. Instead of kind of flipping from back and forth, being in a normal state of mind, then being in this state of mind where you feel like you're, just not connected to yourself anymore. It was I stayed in that disconnection. And it was the weirdest thing. It was it started to get worse and worse, and every day I would literally, it would freak me out so bad I felt like I was going crazy. I thought I had schizophrenia. I thought I had something crazy. And so I started doing some research, and I had to keep telling myself, if you were really going crazy, you wouldn't know that you were going crazy, because your brain would literally be imbalanced so much that you would just, think you're bopping around in life and doing fine, but you're actually going crazy. So I kind of had to convince myself that I was okay. And at the same time, I was looking into, so many different things, pills I could take, or, ways that I could relieve this, and be free from it. And I think after a while I just realized, this is something that I'm just going to have to work through, especially from, seeing, other people's testimonies about it, and, stuff on, YouTube or wherever. It's not forever. You either grow out of it, or you get used to it to the point where you don't really feel it anymore, but it's real. And it's the hardest thing to explain to people. You just say, well, I just feel out of body. I feel like I'm watching myself live. I feel like this, I feel like that. You can say what it feels like, but you can't actually describe it. It is indescribable, and it sucks, and it's scary at times, and it feels like Yeah, it feels indescribable. And, but I just want to encourage people, like, you know, when you feel these times, like, sometimes it'll make you want to go in your room and, like, just hide from everything and hide from life. And then sometimes it'll make you feel fearless. Like, you can go do whatever you want and make poor decisions. And I just want to encourage people that you are still the same you were before it started. There's still consequences to your actions. Making wrong decisions is going to make you feel worse. It'll throw you deeper into the depersonalization. And I think for a lot of people, like, when you feel this state of mind, like, take it to your advantage and look around you and look at life differently. Observe nature more. Get in touch with your spirituality. Like, just don't take it as being like you're going to have a hard time going through life, but take it as being like, I'm going to take control of this. And if this is how I'm going to feel right now, then I'm going to turn it to my good. I'm going to use it to, feel better and get used to it or get free from it. You never know. And, like, research is the best thing that you can do. Just go through and, see what other people have said. Watch stuff on YouTube. There's books you can read. I mean, we're not alone. And I think after a while, when you get used to it and you just realize, okay, this is something I have to work through, instead of dwelling on it all the time, you just live your life as normal and live it the way that you always have lived it. And, go out and do things that make you feel alive, things that you used to love. And it's kind of hard to stay connected to that old you that you used to feel. But it's good to just keep living the way you've always lived so that you don't lose yourself. Because believe me, it's pretty easy to lose yourself and feel like you're becoming someone else. But you've just got to hang on. And so I hope this was, helpful to some people. I'm still dealing with it, so I'm preaching to the choir. But, just want people to realize, like, this is something you can get through. And, I'm hoping that for me, I'm on my way to getting through it. After a while, I had to force myself to live, force myself to do the things I always loved, and, just enjoy life and, kind of kick this thing to the curb and, just do my best to be the me I always knew. So, but good luck to everybody, and, if you have any questions, I have an email. It's jemuller87@gmail.com. And so if you want to get a hold of me and ask me questions, or we can just chit-chat if you're going through this or something similar, anxiety, depression, anything like that, I've felt it all. So definitely get a hold of me, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Good luck with everything.